back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over her. About to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Jets. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
We're going to sign.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
On first down, it's Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 51. Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Lady, under 10. 10.
Now it's Darnold. He finds Corey Davis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Jets.
Mike 51. Be a long day for you. Kill.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
From the 24, Darnold. That's going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, It's nothing but room to run.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Darnold. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 11.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 7-7, our score after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Let's see what you got. He's coming.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jets 14, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. Well, the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Wentz now to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz, and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ja'Kai Polite, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Here we go.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain there of 21 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now Bell. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Joker, 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 Joker. It's Ray 57. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
49, check 49, check 49.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And the ball is knocked out. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Catanzaro's kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So we've reached halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They go with Howard again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. A give to Howard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On play action, Wentz. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
53, Mike 53. Rip left, rip left. Flare, flare.
Here's Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
What's that? 53, Mike. Check 50. Yo, 80. Watch the pass. Check 99. Check 99.
On first down, Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his second touchdown on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Jets. Point after now from Catanzaro. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Wentz going to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Sunday.
Throwing is Wentz. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And now running right through him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
53 is the mic.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick it up. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike, lady. Hey, Alpha. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Single. I got 11. He's mine.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. They go play action here on first down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Again, it's Wentz. There's the first NFL catch for the former Stanford man, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. To throw, Wentz. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, Sam. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Some got me.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Bell. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. It's a big run that time by Bell. 58 yards.
And the Jets first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, it's Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Today's final score, Jets 38, Eagles 28.